Welcome to We Want Picks. This is our call-in show. This is the casual, have some drinks, hang out. We'll talk about God knows what. And you can call in, ask a question, join the stream, hang out for a couple of minutes. Because that's what we do. We're here for the community, Jacob. We're here for them.
And I'm just here so I don't get fined.
And there it is. If you're a premium member, just head on over to WeWantPicks.com, click on your account page, and right there, you'll see the link. We have now added it to the website. So if you're a premium member, just log in, go to the account page, and the link is right there to join the stream. You could also get it in the Discord under premium alerts, or if you're a YouTube premium member, just head over to the community tab. But this is I don't want to say a free-for-all because there will be no N-words and there will be no genitalia. Outside of that, it's basically a free-for-all. Hop on, ask a question, hang out. This is a casual Thursday night stream. We got UFC 270 this week, 285 next week, so I'm sure there's a whole bunch to talk about. If you guys want $50, as you know, we are always giving it away. Just go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our betting partners, any single one of our betting partners, using our link. Sign up, make a deposit, and we'll send you $50 as a thank you. We've been paying people out left and right lately. This is what last week's bets looked like for us. I'm not going to harp too much on this, but the base of the safety parlay hit. The 3-leg safety parlay hit. The 4-leg missed. Hussein Ashkabov absolutely blew it for us. But the safety parlay is net up units this past weekend. It is net up 20-plus units over the last 11 events. Jacob's premium bets absolutely crushed last weekend. So hopefully that'll continue to ride. So premium members, not only can you call in, hang out on the stream, you get access to all of these things, including the line movement tracker. This is a special tool we have added to premium membership for premium members. All you need to do is when you log in after you become a premium member, just click on bets. You'll see my bets. You'll see Jacob's bets. You'll see the line movement tracker and future bets. This is a fully interactive chart that's going to show you every single fighter on that card's opening odds, their current odds, what those odds mean as far as probability is concerned, meaning percentage chance they're going to win. For example, Joe Selecki at minus 550, that's saying he has an 80.88% chance of winning that fight. And then the line movement itself is telling you which way these lines are going. Are people becoming larger favorites? Are the lines tightening? And this card specifically, Jacob, has 4 fights that completely flipped. A fighter opened as the favorite is going to close as the underdog. And this
Did I get my Jose money back?
You should have. This tracker is super helpful, super useful. It is free for premium members, as is every other feature we're going to add. So become a premium member now. WeWantPicks.com. Just click Become a Member. It's $10 a month. You get every single freaking thing that we do. No tiers, no games, no nonsense. No, the optimizer's $10. If you want everything, it's only $15. No. $10 for everything across the board, including the optimizer, WeWantPicks.com. Jakey boy, there's a lock of the week conspiracy. They hate you.
Yeah, no, they've only refunded my money line. They haven't done the prop bets, but I guess that's okay. Guess we got to find someplace else to put it.
Yeah, the parlays will stay. Well, you didn't have any parlays with them in there, so. Right. Why do you think, instead of focusing on your bets, why don't you focus on my question? Why do you think they hate you? What's up? Why don't you go back the last 3? Explain these 3 lock of the weeks. I'm not going to do that,
but okay, I will say that lock of the week it doesn't have to win yet this week, but I'm pretty sure that if Jose beats what I assume is like the flu or something like that, that's a win. So if he comes out fine and does not die from the sickness, that is a win. He was the lock of the week. He's fighting something right now. I mean, his white blood cells are going absolutely insane. Looking like mini Khabibs in there, basically just tackling all those bacteria, viruses, whatever it is. And I think that if he gets healthy, that we're gonna chalk that up as a win, and that should be 3 in a row. And I said I was gonna win 15 in a row. There's 3 in a row right there. It's easy.
I mean, literally, the Alonzo Menafield one, that was a draw, so it's not a loss. That one did suck because that fight should have been stopped, or you shouldn't have taken the point away, or there should have been a warning before the point away. Lots of things going against Alonzo Menafield in that fight for a draw. Then last week, technically it's a loss, but again, nonsense. Dude's winning 2 full rounds.
On all 3. I was very surprised that those weren't 10-8s. to be quite frank.
On all three, you're being a little sarcastic, but he won all three. Those are not 10-8 rounds. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, he knocked him down, nearly finished him in the first, got a nice clean takedown with about 30, 40 seconds of control time in the second.
He was also taken down.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't taken down.
Nope.
Would you like to bet?
Yep.
Okay, what are we betting?
What are we betting? Because I know the truth. Because I know the truth.
Your truth or UFCstats.com's truth?
No, I know the truth.
Okay, that's what I thought. I
don't think he got taken down. But
you know what's annoying? You know what's annoying about that cut? Two things are annoying about that cut. One, they let fucking Gregory Rodriguez fight with his face just guts
that was out. I mean, that's like above the eye. His didn't affect his vision at all, really. I mean, it was almost eyelid to eyelid, but you know how it goes. Anytime it's the worst part about it was, like, they'll always stop it when it's under the eyebrow, right? I mean, when it's in the eyelid, under the eyebrow, when it's that bad or whatever. But if it's bad, but it's above the eyebrow, then usually it's like, yep, go ahead, put some Vaseline in there and good to go. But this one was started above the eyebrow and then split. First of all, me doing this as an example on my eyebrows.
We have two callers in queue. I see you guys there.
I mean, me doing this on my eyebrows is not, I mean, I'm trying to say that
there are no eyebrows there.
But it literally started above it and then went down into it. So it's like, fuck.
It's definitely cursed here. Let's take some calls. We got Corey Leonard. How you doing, Corey? Camera on? Audio working?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Look at this. Batting 1,000 right out of the gate. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
We're all right, man. Having some drinks, hanging out. Thank you for calling in, especially early. Appreciate you.
That's good. What's up, Jacob?
What's up, buddy? How are you? I'm looking at this side. Just found it. He did get taken down, so it was 1-1.
I'm sorry, but the locks of the weeks, you know, we're going to get up on the good track. You feel me?
I mean, we're on a good track.
Well,
it's just we're getting. I mean, there's just something. I don't know what's going on, man. I put on my Twitter, I was like, if I go missing, everyone knows what happened. All right, if I go missing, everyone knows what happened.
What about the John Jones fight? What do you think? You think he smokes him?
I was so pro John Jones, like, leading up to it, and every day that passes that we get close to the fight, I feel like Gon's gonna. I don't know why. I don't know what's flipping inside of me. I just start thinking about the layoff, and he didn't look that dominant before the layoff. It's just like. There's just something about this fight where I think I'm starting to flip the Gon, honestly. What do you think?
Really? Well,
you think John runs through him?
Fights? You know?
I think I was all first of all, I'm not sure yet, honestly. Peak John Jones, he should beat him. Size shouldn't be that big of a deal. He's John Jones. He's already longer.
Well, did you hear
faster,
what Chael said about
all
that?
The things.
I guess Chael said that when he learned that he was going up to, or when John said, I want to take some time off to put on the weight, Chael was like, dude, you don't need to do that. You can smoke them all right now. You can be 206 pounds and smoke them all right now. And Chael was like, I think that's what makes him, the quote from Chael was, I think that's what makes him a great fighter because he never really thinks he's good enough. He's like, even when he was fighting me, he said, I need to do this, and the truth was he was going to smoke me. I mean, no matter what he did, he was going to smoke me, and that's what makes him as good as he is. That's what Chael was saying.
Is up in his last title fight, he lost it, you know, due to wrestling. That's one John Jones thing that he does in his title fights. He'll use that wrestling at least one time. It could be the fight over by that time.
And that's what we got a whole bunch of people in the queue here. So we see you guys. Just sit tight. We'll get to you. That's my biggest issue with this fight. Not issue. I love it. This is one of the coolest, most intriguing main events we've had in a very long time. What I don't know, John Jones is coming off 3 years. Is it 2 or 3 years? It's close to 3-year layoff. He looked like shit in his last fight. Most people think he lost that fight, and the dude he beat has been knocked unconscious like 7 times since then. It's not a good look. So it's like, I personally think John Jones is the greatest to ever do it. I think he can out-wrestle, out-try. I think other than raw power, he can beat everybody at everything. But that John Jones that just fought Dominic Reyes, Ciryl Gane beats the shit out of that guy. It's not even close. Because that was a striking match. And John barely won against a dude who sucks. So it's tricky. You got any last words for us? We have a whole queue here. I definitely appreciate you calling in and making it a regular thing.
And hey, I love the picks. Love the stream. You guys are hilarious. Hilarious.
Pots and pans. Thank you so much. Thanks, Corey. Really appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got Jay. How you doing, Jay?
Hello.
Hello.
So I was just wondering. So this is a little unrelated to this, to like what you guys do, really. But I was just curious. I'm trying to put together a trip in terms of like going to different gyms, checking like different gyms out. That would be potentially good for training it. That would be like outreach for like the UFC or like setting up for that. I was wondering kind of what recommendations you guys would have to like hit up that are international, non-international, etc. What gyms to hit up, I guess.
Yeah, that's a cool question. So first of all, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. And it's a cool question. So a couple things to consider. One, are you a professional fighter?
No.
No. Okay. Some gyms do not allow guests. American Top Team, for example, that should be on the list. They don't allow non-professional fighters. So, unfortunately, they can't be on your list because they just don't allow that. But they should be. Because they don't even have amateurs anymore. With COVID, they got rid of amateurs as well. They just have, that's it. It's just straight up professional fighters and that's it. I would say in America, I think you have to hit up, what's this one in Dallas? Fortis. For sure. Fortis is a very friendly gym. They have a lot of amateur type programs and things like that. Meaning like they'll allow non-straight up UFC professional fighters there. I think you have to hit up Fortis. I think if you go internationally, you'll have to hit up a Tiger Muay Thai. There are multiple, but you'll have to hit up a Tiger Muay Thai. You'll have to hit up that Ciryl Gane gym. I know I've seen people have toured there. What is that? Is that Fight Ready? What is that called?
I don't know.
I forget the name. There's a bunch of people out of that gym.
Kings MMA. I like Kings MMA.
And then, what's that big gym in England?
I don't know.
I'm forgetting. There's a big gym in England as well. The problem is what's happened over the last few years is a lot of these gyms are not as friendly anymore. So I don't think Sanford has amateurs either, meaning I don't think they'll allow people to just come train. I don't think, I don't even know if Jackson Wink exists anymore, but I don't know if they ever did. And then same with Henry Cejudo's gym. Henry Cejudo's gym is just straight up elite athletes, and that's it. So it is tricky to do the gym tour, where pre-COVID, the gym tour was a much easier thing to do. When do you plan on doing this?
Hopefully over the summer. I'm working some jobs right now, trying to save up money, and then thinking over the summer about like June or so, trying to plan a trip, go around, see what happens, I guess. Yeah. That's
cool. Do you train at all now?
Yes, I would say it's a really weird transition. For me, I was mainly a track athlete. And I figured, why not use that cardio for this? And I always have been kind of interested in martial arts. So I am trying to transition to martial arts more. But I was like a track athlete mainly.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. I mean, I wrestled my whole life and then started doing jiu-jitsu, and then, it just goes from there. But it's a lot of fun because even here, since I moved to Texas, I sort of had to start over with gyms. I've been to 2 different gyms here because I've lived in 2 different places in Texas. And it is cool to see just people do it to get in shape, do it to have fun. And there's so many tournaments and stuff nowadays that people are just starting to compete. Like, hey, why not? Let me give it a try. Let me just see. And so the competition has become interesting because all the tournaments have gotten harder because there's just straight up more people doing it. But it's also become more fun, right? There's a lot of people doing it just because, hey, let me just see. Like, no different than entering a competitive golf tournament. Like, I just want to see how good I am or how I'm not and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend, at least checking out some of those gyms and getting yourself in a couple of jiu-jitsu tournaments just to see what happens.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
No, appreciate the call. You got anything else for us?
Yeah, just wanted to thank you guys for all your content. Like, I've definitely watched a lot of things. I haven't really commented too much, but I think you guys are awesome. You guys are probably my favorite people to watch. Guys are very entertaining, very analytical, and I just love watching you guys. You guys keep up the good work.
No, that is very Yeah, that's very appreciated.
I'm gonna fucking cry.
Well, Jacob might cry.
I'm gonna fucking cry.
Jacob's very sensitive. His dad never complimented him growing up. So when he hears stuff like this,
it's not alive.
He definitely melts a little bit. No, I appreciate if one of us died tomorrow, which one could die, but then the show would be okay?
I would say there's such a good balance.
No.
Are you making him pick a favorite right now?
Gone, there kind of is like an imbalance. There's a huge imbalance. Because it's as you said in I think it was like a fairly recent video. Jacob's picks were hitting fairly well at one point and saved you at one point, but then Jacob's lock didn't hit, I think. But
excuse me?
Something along.
Excuse me? You're gonna call me out like that? What the hell would I do to you? Oh, by the way, Jacob's lock, I don't think hit that.
No. What the hell? What I'm saying though is you were on a hot streak though. For a while, you were carrying. You were doing.
He is right now. He's the hot hand right now for sure. For sure. And that's what's crazy.
I think he just said who his favorite was. So
yeah, sure.
That kind of backfired for you.
Well, the hot hand in gambling, in MMA, I see everybody in the queue. We'll get to you. Don't worry. The hot hand in gambling, and that is a very real thing. And that is what's nice about there being two of us. Luckily, I don't think we've ever had a collective down, meaning if you bet every single, and this is not a reasonable thing to do, if you bet every single bet that both of us put on the board, I don't think it's ever been a negative number. But Jacob is certainly the hot hand. He saved my ass this week. Last week, the safety parlay saved both of us for the most part. So it's definitely working. And the fact that there's two of us is nice because, one of us could be the hot hand at all times and just follow that, and everybody should be good.
Hot hand and the fat hand.
Well, that was rude as fuck. Well, we appreciate you, Jay. Thanks for calling in. Definitely call back, and thank you. Last thing before I let you go, did you use the link? How'd you join? You used the link from the website?
I think so. Yeah, the premium on the website. Yeah.
Yeah, what a massive success that is. Okay, thank you very much, Jay.
Yep, we
appreciate it. See
Love you.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Love you so much.
We got Milo. Milo? How you doing?
Milo.
Milo.
Doing well.
Milo.
I think it's Milo.
Milo, I might need to see a driver's license. How old are you?
I'm 21.
A little personal.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations. How you doing? What do you have for us?
I'm good. How about you?
We're all right. Jacob decided to eat dinner on the stream. Other than that,
just some rolls. Just some rolls. You got plenty of them.
At least.
I have a question for you guys. I was wondering, what's your system for coming up with bets? I always watch your analysis. I've watched, I'd say, pretty much every one of your full card breakdowns for a good, coming up on a year now.
Wow. Thank you,
man. I was wondering, I know you guys usually just look at this, previous fights and skills and styles and matchups, but I wasn't sure. For a while, I think it was you, Jacob, for your lock of the week, you're always going for better strikers and mostly striking matches. I was wondering if you guys had any tips like that.
Go ahead, Jake.
No, go ahead.
All right. So doing breakdowns for picks is different than doing breakdowns for bets. So I always start with my picks, and then I figure out the hell was that noise? Oh, it's the vacuum. So I thought I was getting robbed. I have a Roomba and it slammed into the door. So I always do I'm a week ahead. Meaning, I have to get my quick picks out on Sundays, which means I'm a week ahead on everything. The graphics, the notes. So I have notes on every fight I've ever broken down. I set up my card for 285. I set up the card. Here's every single matchup. I'll take the old notes. I'll bring them in. Then I'll watch tape on every single person. I'll change the notes. I'll go through, I'll make my picks. After I make all my picks, get my notes, do my analysis, then I look at the odds. I try not to look at the odds first because the odds 100% will influence you. 100%. Mm-hmm. So I try to look at the odds. And anytime I see somebody that I'm like, I thought that dude was 100% going to win, and he's a big underdog, this makes no sense. Like what Diego Ferreira a few weeks ago was like a 2-1 underdog. I was like, this is crazy. Then I'll go from there.
I bet on him.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, at least one of us can hit underdogs consistently, right? But So then I'll make my bets from there. So I'll do all my notes. I'll do my analysis. I'll determine who I think is like a guaranteed win. This person 100% is going to win no matter what. Then I look at the odds, and if it's like, wow, they're only minus 250, done. Wow, this is even money, done. Oh, they're minus 800, forget it. That's me. I'm super conservative. Jared, Jesus Christ. That's my best friend in real life, not this Muppet. Jacob, what's your system while I refill my drink here?
Yeah, so what I do is I start off by just watching one fighter. And while I'm watching that one fight, I like to watch a win and a loss for most people. Obviously, if there's some people you already kind of know how their fights go, so that makes it a little bit easier. But I like to watch a win and a loss. And a lot of times you learn a lot more about how do people lose. So I'll start off with one fighter, and I'll watch that fighter, and I'll kind of take mental notes about what does this guy do well? Is he striking well? Is he throwing combinations well? Is he a grappler? Is he a wrestler? Like what really shines when you watch him? You say, oh, that actually does pretty well. And then what is he getting beat at? So in exchanges, is he late? Is he looping? Is he getting wrestled? Is he getting taken down? What's his strength and what's his weakness? And then I watch the person he's fighting, guy or whatever it is, and I try and think to myself, if this person's fighting this person, can they use their strengths versus this person, or would this other fighter exploit the weakness of the other fighter? And a lot of times when you just break it down that simple, you can kind of see, okay, this person really excels at this, and this person can kind of stop that, but they can't. And then the stuff that they're bringing the other way, doesn't really, overtake that person's strength. So it's kind of as simple as kind of like looking at it like that. And then if it's just so even, then you can kind of get down to how do they look in the second round? How do they look in the third round? If they're already winning, how do they look once they start losing? If they're losing, did they come back and win the fight? Are they winning first rounds? Are they winning third? My favorite thing is how are people ending rounds, right? Because that's kind of how I saw with the David Onama and the Nate the Train fight. Was David Onama supposed to be this big guy, but it looked like even when he found that finish versus Garrett Armfield, you could see he was kind of slowing down. I thought, oh my God, if he can slow down, I know what Nate can do. So it's kind of like those intricacies of like the ins and outs of how people finish. So it's a whole bunch of stuff, but really it's just like, what does this person do good? Can they do it to the other person? And that's kind of how it goes with me.
Thank you so much, guys. Also, just want to say to everybody watching, I didn't think premium was worth it. I didn't join for like 4 or 5 months. I joined premium. It's worth it. Join.
Thank you very much.
I guess it is Milo. Okay, it's not Milo. It's Milo.
No, genuinely appreciate you. Thanks so much for calling in. This is a massive success for a call-in show. We're 5 callers deep. Jacob hates this call-in show. Hates it. He wants it to be a failure. And like most things, and it's just not going Jacob's way. Very typical. Milo, thank you very much for calling in. It is appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any last words?
Nope. Just thank you guys.
All right,
say it again.
Appreciate it. Okay, I see you, dude. Vicious, I see you there. How you doing, Vicious? Say hi real quick, and then I got to catch up on some super chats. How you doing?
Yo. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. Man, what's up, guys?
We're doing well. Here, sit tight real quick. Well,
you brought him in here just so you could talk over.
Well, he's been sitting patiently. I went to other callers. He was the first.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it to you like that.
He was the first one here. He was the first one here, but I let some new people jump the line just because.
No, it's all good. I figured that's what's going on. It's all good.
Yeah, I appreciate you, and I knew you would stick around. So here, couple quick super chat things. One, $2 super chat from Quentin Lazenby. MMA Gods messing with Jacob. That's exactly what's happening. And 2, thank you very much, Quint, as always. Very, very appreciated. Gambler Guru on Twitch. Let me find the comment. He's getting all freaking antsy that I didn't answer this. Yes. Why do you guys have contradicting picks within the premium subscription? Here, let me explain this to you. We're different people. It's that simple. We're different people. Jacob and I, we watch fights. Sometimes it aligns. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes
that's
we
Twitch.
have.
I was like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah. Sometimes we have the exact same bet. Sometimes we have directly conflicting bets. We are 2 different human beings with 2 different opinions. Luckily for you, when we're aligned, it's usually very, very good. And even when we're not aligned, we still haven't had a net down week. Meaning, even when Jacob and I have completely conflicting bets, If you total all his and all mine, we still have not been down. So the very short answer is we're just different people with different opinions, different eyes, different bankrolls, and different risk levels. So
bankrolls for sure.
We got and the example you used was last week or Narulo versus
Jason Narulo.
Jacob also picked Narulo to win. He's just not as confident as I am. So your example was a little bit off, but I get the sentiment. So back to Vicious. How you doing, bud?
Good.
What do you got for us? What's going on?
Well,
you weren't prepared for me to put you on air, were you?
Oh no, I had a couple things. First things first. Back to this Aljo thing, man. It's announced. Charles, you know what I'm saying? It's announced. What are we doing? What are we looking like?
Dariush versus Charles Oliveira, is that what you said?
Yeah.
This is going to be a horrible take.
Go. I would just do your rant right now. Now's your chance.
Oh wow, you guys already talked about this.
Jacob and I did it right before we clicked the live.
Go ahead,
button.
do the rant. Let's hear it.
I think Charles Oliveira is pretty overrated. I think he's overrated.
No, don't you tell me you don't think that for real.
Not
about the winner. Just you think he's overrated? How?
I just feel like Charles Oliveira.
Bring that same energy.
I don't remember what I said earlier. I just feel like I get it.
Charles is a piece of shit.
Why would I say that? I didn't say that. Jesus, Mary.
It's just a joke.
No, I just think Charles Oliveira is a little overrated, and it's hard to say because he's had some great wins. But this might be. Jacob has mentioned this in the past. Right now, the lightweight division is the most stacked it's ever been and the weakest it's ever been. These longtime top 5 ranked guys are not the top 5 best guys in the division. The Michael Chandlers, the Dustin Poiriers, these are not the best lightweights on the planet. They're just not. They're not. It's the Gamrots. It's the Armin Sarukians. Those are some of the best. The Garams. Like, these are the best guys on the planet. And they just haven't gotten their chances. So Charles Oliveira beat the shit out of the old middle-of-the-road guard.
And got knocked down by all of them.
And now that the new guard is here, Charles Oliveira is never going to make his way back to the top. People hate that. People are going to freaking hate that opinion. Probably you included. What do you think?
Yeah, dude. All he has to do is not get clipped. I mean, at the end of the day,
that's all everybody
he gets clipped by in every fight.
And I got to take that back. He has to not get clipped by a wrestler. He gets clipped by anybody else that's afraid to get on the ground with him. You know what I mean? In a sense, then he gets that recovery time like he's did in every single fight, and he's gonna be the man like he was in every single fight. Now, he overrated status, no. Needing to change a little things about his game to continue to be successful, yes.
He won't change it.
No, he's smashed. Ben,
He's gonna
shoot
get
the box
smoked,
to the
man.
world blow up.
He's gonna get smoked, man. I'm sorry. I think he is.
Now, as you know, like we just talked about a few minutes ago, bets versus pick. The pick is CO. Big CO, Charles Oliveira.
The pick is Charles. You think Charles Oliveira beats Beneil Dariush?
But the bet is Dariush.
All right, well, that's not a pick then. That's just saying who you want to win.
Yeah, of course. And
okay, because I'll pick who I think will win, but I'll only bet on who I'm like positive will win.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Dariush is, reversal, sweet. I just feel like if they get into a grappling exchange, they're just gonna cancel each other out. And Dariush got some hands. I ain't gonna stunt. He gets clipped. Charles gets clipped by one of those.
Yeah, and everybody forgets because he looks like a soccer dad. Everybody forgets he's like a world champion jiu-jitsu guy, me included. I thought Gamrot, I bet the life. I was way overexposed on
Nobody
Gamrot
was higher on Gamrot. I literally said Dariush is an overrated bum against Gamrot. And I was watching that fight, those first couple scrambles, the way he effortlessly out-scrambling Gamrot. I was like, uh-oh, this is not good.
Yeah. I love Charles, though. Like, favorite fighter for sure.
Hopefully, he's so
I like him
fun.
too. I just think this is probably the worst matchup for him because he can't just out grapple. Like anytime he's in trouble, that's like you said, they won't engage in his grappling. He can out grapple pretty much anyone. He can't out grapple Dariush, and Dariush, like you said, it's like a truck. Just an awful matchup for him. Awful matchup for him.
Yeah. So, I'm going with Mr. Backpack on the main event though. He not losing to nobody. We already talked about this.
That's a touchy subject for Angelo too, I think.
Wait, what's the main event?
Mr. Cejudo.
Oh, listen, I
fact.
want Henry Cejudo to win. I mean, you still haven't. I have your address. I'm gonna mail you a D battery. Okay, we're gonna get that smoke detector taken care of,
bro.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
I hear it every time,
bro. I'm not going
What?
to Walgreens to get a D battery.
I'll send you a D. It's not. It's actually not a D. What's the a 9-volt? A 9-volt.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, it's the rectangle one that nobody ever has.
Yeah, no one ever has.
No, people got 9 volts. I think D batteries.
I got
nobody has.
AAA, AA. I got all the batteries.
The only time people had D batteries when you had to have like 6 of them for your fucking boombox.
A remote control car, yeah, or a
Your
boombox.
fucking boombox.
Yeah, it's a 9-volt. But I want Henry Cejudo to win. I'm a huge Henry Cejudo guy. I was following Henry Cejudo's career long before MMA, right? Because he was an Olympic gold medalist wrestler, like when I was competing. But it's. I think this John Jones fight next weekend may sway my. If John Jones comes out there, looks spectacular, gets it done. Well, shit, maybe I will be on the Henry Cejudo side, right? A high-level athlete can take that time off and can look good. But I just think Henry Cejudo, he got a little fat. He was full-blown retired. Now he's coming back. It's a lot of time away. And those lightweight classes, timing, like there's so much that matters. And Aljamain Sterling just keeps winning these freaking fights that he should not win. So it's going to be the one and only time I pick Aljamain Sterling to win, and hopefully I'm wrong, which I might be. Man. I don't like Aljamain Sterling.
I told you before I didn't care for him before. I'm a fan now. That man's fucking...
He keeps doing it. At a certain point, like, you could argue the Petr Yan fights, right? The show he put on, the knee, that was bullshit. The decision the second time, not his fault, right? He's not a judge. But okay, you could argue it's a bad decision. It's also not his fault that what's-his-name showed up with a broken shoulder. So at the end of the day, he's like, other than the knee dramatics, he's showing up. He's trying to win these fights, and he's been winning. So it is what it is.
Yep.
I hear you.
Can't knock a man for being good. But as far as we were talking about locker week, man. Jake, they must be tapping the phones or something. Jesus.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like Angelo said, this could be a situation where there was too much pressure put on Jose, and because obviously every single fighter, every single week, is waiting for that video to be. Oh my God, am I going to be the lock of the week? Am I going to be the lock of the week? They're all just sitting there, alerts on, subscribe to the channel, and so he watched the video. Realized he was lock of the week, and sometimes, as Angelo mentioned the other day, sometimes nerves get to you, and it just goes straight to the diarrhea once those butterflies get going. So that could have been a situation where he saw the video and he just was not prepared for the pressure, and that happens, and that's my fault for picking someone that isn't as mentally strong as I thought. But if it's not him, it could have been a poisoning. I mean, I would not put it out of question for the UFC, Sean Shelby, Dana to get together and find a way to poison this man, because they knew that he was going to win, and everyone would have been piling on lock of the week, and it would have been game over.
Yeah,
I would have bankrupt Vegas, and they know that.
Man. But yeah, aside of that, we're gonna go on a run. I already know it's coming. You know what I mean?
We've been on a run.
Yeah, I mean, you really should be on a 2-0 streak.
It should be 3. It would have been 3-0 after this week.
Same as always. Excited to see all the fighters. Oh, that's now I remember what I really want to talk about, dude. Are we not loading up on the big Spann tonight? Or tomorrow, or what is it? Saturday?
No.
Why?
I'm starting to lean towards it,
bro. I saw him live. Not to say that he went against an admirable opponent, because I feel like you could sneeze on Reyes and he fall out. So at the end of the day,
he literally did. That was like a jab that put Reyes out.
He turned it over. It was a hook.
I mean, it was a jab, but in person,
he turned it over.
In person, that it was nasty.
It was nasty.
I mean, Ryan Spann's
Mario noise.
I didn't bet that fight. I on purpose, because
plus 425, like at one on the money line.
Who was
Spann
in this matchup?
No, last matchup.
Oh, against Dominic Reyes?
Yeah.
I don't remember. But in this matchup, I'm not touching that fight. I like the round prop. I like the 1.5. I get it. Ryan Spann doesn't typically make it out of the first round, but I like the round prop because Krylov's got a chin on him. He's got a legitimate chin on him, and he can wrestle. So I think Krylov, if he wins, it'll definitely get out of the first 1.5 rounds. And even if he loses, I think he's tough enough to survive a bit.
Yeah, what weight class are they fighting at?
It's middleweight, right? No, light heavy.
Yeah, light heavy. Yeah, that's the rise of Big Spann. Man, that's
Spann's been an underdog in 6 straight fights. The last time he was a favorite was against Sam Alvey. He was a minus 400, and he fucking barely won the fight.
Yeah, I think he's got that dog. Like Jacob said,
split decision.
I'm pretty sure he dogs this out. One way.
I actually think I'm starting to come around to the idea because I was watching a couple of his fights. Was it yesterday or the day before? Because they always had the free fights and this and that. He is just a fucking monster, man. He's an athlete.
He's slow.
Too.
He's slow, but he's huge.
He's an athlete too. I disagree.
Man, the first call-in show, one of the first call-in shows, when it was right after after I went to was at 283. Man, it was nuts. You were even saying like in his interview he said exactly this, like any fight that I've won before this, know that was truly basically off the couch. Like I don't train, I don't practice this. I'm just walking around this weight. I'm okay to fight at all times, and now I'm training. So we gonna party this weekend after this win over Reyes. We getting back into the gym on Monday.
Yeah, I'm starting to come around. You're convincing me even more.
I mean, it's. I definitely think. I don't think Ryan Spann sucks. Yeah. I just wouldn't trust my money on either side of that fight. Hence why I didn't.
Krylov's just so relentless, man. He's just so fucking relentless.
Let's say he blows his load in the round and a half, and Spann just happens to catch him. I see people even talking in the comments talking about a sub there. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, yeah, Ryan Spann has more subs than knockouts.
Yeah, and I can't believe this guy. I can't believe the line is 1.5. That's basically they think that Spann's just going to get fucking steamrolled. Well,
that's why it makes no. I said that on our stream. It makes no sense because if Ryan
Spann like a bitch,
if Ryan Spann's the favorite, then a 1.5 round line makes sense. But he's the underdog, so why did you set? If you think he loses, it's not quick. So
yeah,
the line made no sense.
Krylov's going to either knock him out or like get him down, like submit him right away and stuff. Like he knows what the fuck he's doing.
No, it makes no sense. Somebody asked, is Krylov's last win Gustafsson? No, he just beat the absolute brakes off of what's his name. Took him down 7 times. The dude who's almost exactly like him, Nikita Krylov and oh crap,
he just beat Dominic
Ozdemir, Volkan Ozdemir.
Oh, you're talking about Krylov's last fight.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Spann's last fight.
No. Somebody says, was Krylov's last win Gustafsson? No.
Okay, got it.
It was Volkan Ozdemir. He took him down
when you were saying that,
times.
I was like, you just said he fought Dominic Reyes. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, no. Sorry, I was reading. It's hard. It's actually
my
hard.
Fault. Don't.
I'm not apologizing. Did I apologize?
No, you said sorry. It's my fault.
I shouldn't have.
It's my fault.
I shouldn't have.
It's okay.
Hey, I'm living in the South too long. I'm living in the South too long.
Hey. It's okay. It's okay.
You know what we used to do to each other growing up?
Hey,
shut up.
It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you. You know what we used to do to each other growing up? You ever see Good Will Hunting?
Unfortunately not. So.
Well, there's like a whole scene. The dudes and Ben Affleck, but it's like there's this whole scene. He's like,
you kind of look like Ben Affleck.
Thank you so much. You're not the first person to tell me that.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy. But there's a whole scene where it's like it's not.
Just
your
hold
fault.
on, Vicious.
We'll
get to
fault. You're not. It's not your fault. You're not. It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
We do that all the time. It's not your fault. From that movie, you're mad at your father.
It's okay.
You're mad at your father.
You're not mad at your father, not at me. I forgive you. You're right. I hate my dad.
Vicious. I did send you the shirt. It's gonna take a while though because it's print to order, meaning I don't have a shirt.
Meaning he's ordering it right now.
No. I ordered it, but it takes it's not quick, which is annoying, but it's what we got. I see your internet going in and out. You still there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
I saw your bars go from 6 to 0.
No, I'm looking at college basketball right now.
There you go. You have a kid? Do I hear a kid?
Yeah. I got a 6-year-old and one on the way.
All right, I got a 6 and a 4.
What's the one on the way? You got boy or girl?
Boy.
Oh, have you thought about names? Maybe Jacob?
Takes a man to make a man.
No, it's gonna be Knight.
Knight?
Yeah.
Knight.
After
With a
what
K?
William Knight just did?
No. If he goes to the UFC, it's gonna be Knight. That's gonna be his
There you go. Oh, nice.
Oh, I like that.
That is nice. That is
Oh.
My girl
my
hates the idea
God.
that I've already said this out loud before, but
nice. It's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure early.
God,
Yeah,
that's like what?
shit.
Who has the nickname the Dream Snatcher or something like that? I like that one too. The Dream.
My favorite nickname was Lights Out Lytle. I loved it. Chris Lights Out Lytle. I don't know why I always loved that.
I'm trying to think who else nickname I like. What's my new
Jesse
favorite fighter?
Ronson's the Body Snatcher.
What's Guapo's nickname?
Boss Rutan?
Chris Gutierrez? No, I thought he had.
Chris Gutierrez is El Guapo.
Yeah, El Guapo, man.
Yeah, I think
That's Boss Rutan's nickname too. There was a suite. So obviously I'm from the Northeast and managed a bunch of fighters up there. And there was this guy in the regional scene, Jeff Nader, and his nickname was Scary Nickname. So they'd be like, Jeff, scary nickname, Nader. And it was like, oh, it was always great. And that's just who he is. He's just like a funny dude who could fight. That was always solid. It's funny. So you said you have a son, and I made that joke. Takes a man to make a man. So I have 2 daughters, and my youngest is 4. And at the gender reveal, like I don't know.
I was there.
Yeah, were you there?
No, I
You
was.
were there.
You were very
Yeah,
disappointed.
I was very disappointed. I was
You were like-
very disappointed. Nick Newell was there too. And
Right.
I was very disappointed. It was like my birthday weekend, and like Nick Newell. I had a party at the house. Nick Newell was there. You were there. We shot
I was
off
there.
these.
Nick Newell was there.
Yeah, that order. We shot off these things, and like Pink came out. I was super disappointed. My aunt comes up to me, and like my aunt, I'm like very close with her, and she just whispers in my ear, "Takes a man to make a man." And then just walked away. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like Jesus, how mean is that? I couldn't believe it. Takes a man to make a man.
That was the moment I knew I was the alpha in this relationship.
It was brutal. It really was like one of the most savage roasts I've ever gotten, because it wasn't even like she just said it and then kept walking, and it was
Like a mental
so
game.
disappointed.
Yeah, it wasn't even like saying, "Oh, you're a bitch," because if you're a bitch, it's like okay. It's like, "Oh man, I'm a bitch."
No, it was
I'm a bitch.
it was an all timer for sure.
Nickname I just thought about.
Who?
Alex Pereira, Porta.
I don't know what that means.
Warrior, I believe.
No,
What's
makes
with,
sense with the
what's-
face paint and the running in the woods.
Oh, bro, you ever seen like any of his videos when he goes back home and the song that he came out to when he came out, it was I literally like, okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and put some money on the knockout here just in case, because man, he came out like crazy. I mean, I like Izzy's come in. I was hoping Izzy was gonna win in that, but came in like a monster. I'm talking about this chant. I think it's called It's Rari. It's like ITSRARI. The song that he came out to. It's crazy. It's just some chant, and it's wild.
I love. I actually wish Alex Pereira would not fight Izzy again, and I wish he would just give up that belt and then go to light heavyweight. I would prefer that. Because if Izzy beats him, then he's an overrated bum who had a lucky night. If he beats Izzy, then we have the most one-dimensional champion of all time. Like, any decent wrestler, just take him down and get it done. So, like, I wish he would give that belt up, go to light heavyweight, fight Jamal Hill, fight what the hell?
You personally know as well. He's got Glover in his corner. That's just going to be the next element that gets added on. I'm not saying he's going to be Glover's wrestling, to the T, but he's going to have that added to the notch eventually. And I just feel like we just got to. That's just one of those things we got to watch out for his rise to being who he is or his decline.
Oh no, I agree. I love dominance, and I see you, Chris. We'll get to you in a second. I love dominance. So I love long running champions. I don't like when the belt changes hands every 10 minutes. I hate that. So like as much, even if I don't like a champ, I just want somebody to be. I want to grow up watching all timers. You know what I mean? So I don't want Pereira to get the belt, immediately lose the belt. Like, I hate that. Like,
yeah, there's some talk that Islam's mom's talking about. Like, well, Khabib.
I saw that.
I'm like, bro, if you don't get like, not bro, Ma, you don't sit down somewhere. I'm making this bag for us. Like, relax. Like, our life is different now. Like,
I think he said. I think he responded. It was like, yeah, but my dad watched all my fights. I'm still gonna keep fighting. Like,
yeah, his dad's super supportive. His mom isn't, and he said something like, "Yeah," and Khabib got to defend his belt, and I didn't, or 3 times or something like that.
Yeah, because if he did some bullshit like, all right, I'm taking my next fight, and then that's it.
No, Islam would not do that. Islam is much different than Khabib when it comes to that stuff. Obviously, they're kind of similar and stuff. But I'm telling you, that's the reason why I was like, yeah, hesitant with the Volk fight, because I was like, Islam's a different dude, man. He's kind of out there. He's definitely a personality. And I honestly don't think he took Volk. He still ended up winning, and some people say he didn't, but I don't think he took Volk seriously. And I think that's why it was as close as it was. And I said leading up to it, I don't think he was taking Volk seriously. He's a little bit more cocky, more than
he's more normal. Normal's the right word. Khabib's not a normal person, meaning Khabib has dedicated every minute of his entire life to being great at something. Islam hasn't. He works hard. He's talented. He's dedicated, but he's also a normal person. He enjoys
being the best more than Khabib.
He lives his life.
Humble. Yeah. Like, that's a great way to put it. He's reacting how anyone else would react to being the fucking best in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Any last words for us, Vicious, before I switch over to Chris here?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna stay too, dude.
Well, we appreciate you have perfect attendance still. Thank you very much. Vicious has joined every single one of our call-in shows, so thank you very much.
Man, big Spann this weekend, y'all. Don't be afraid to throw it out there, man. The man might knock him out.
You heard him. He will pay you if you lose betting on Ryan Spann. Thank you very much for insuring our bets.
The rest of the week one picks will pay for it.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Yo.
All right. I see you, Chris. I see Chris backstage getting all excited, ready to go.
Is it Chris Riley?
There he is. Here's your big moment.
God.
How we doing?
Here we go.
Good.
Turn it horizontal. Turn it horizontal. Turn it horizontal.
I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it switches.
Oh,
it
there we.
switch.
Oh, hey.
Hey, I got one of the new iPhones. It should be working pretty good. You know, I'm rolling the 14 Pro.
There you go,
dude. I'm reading this guy's comment real quick. The guy asking about Bet Online. Where'd that comment go? Asking why you guys use it. That was ridiculous, man. He said it has slow payouts. It's like, what book is he using? Are you not using Bitcoin? You guys, you got to use Bitcoin for Bet Online. That book is amazing. It pays you faster than the casinos. I mean, seriously, you withdraw and you have the Bitcoin in your wallet in probably like 5 minutes. I personally use Bet Online because I'm too lazy to drive down the damn street, and I get my money faster that way.
Oh yeah, because you're in Vegas.
Yeah. I'm like 3 miles.
I probably would do that same shit. I don't even go. There literally is McDonald's. If I walk there, it's a 10-minute walk. I mean, it's a tenth of a mile. And I don't even drive there to get food. I get it fucking delivered for like $40. Fucking McDonald's. Give me some
Cold
10 chicken nuggets for fucking $45.
No, I agree. I had some issues depositing with BetOnline because I didn't want to do Bitcoin. And then I was like, fine. As soon as because your bank is like, oh, this is a weird, you're sending X amount of money offshore. This is a little weird. So the bank typically is like, no, not good. As the second I switched to Bitcoin, bang, done. It was good to go.
That's the other thing too, is people.
Hey, I think your headphones are screwing up the audio here.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, like your video's great, but it's like blah, 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 like there's some weird feedback.
All right, let me take them out.
Let's see. Yeah, but you didn't tell your phone not to use your headphones, so now your headphones are still the ones connected, but they're on a table. Yeah, this is like me. I'll walk through it like you're my grandmother. Now nothing's working because you have to tell Melon. You have to tell Melon what to use.
Just leave and join back.
Yeah, you might need to leave and join. I would do this: put the headphones away, leave, and then join back, and you should be good. All right.
All right, when he joins back, don't put him back on when he joins back.
No.
He's not going to join back now. He's like, oh shit.
It's
I'm just fucking with you, Chris. Don't put him back on.
It's got to be because the video quality was good, and we can see on our side.
I'm just joking.
We can
Chris,
see how many bars.
Angela.
We can see how many bars somebody has, and his went down to 0. But what was I going to say? First of all, is this not a wildly successful call-in show? What a joke. You know what I can't wait for, Jacob? All these other people, nobody had graphics. We did graphics. So they did graphics. Nobody plugged their own premium.
Huh?
We plugged our own.
The call-in shows, huh?
If you think one of these other copycats, and they're not even new copycats. They were here long before we were. And now they're trying to play catch up. If you don't think these people are going to start trying to do their own call-in shows, you're out of your mind. How we doing?
Okay, better? You hear me now?
But yeah, there's not that weird reverberating feedback, so we're good.
Nice. Angelo, dude, how many cups of wine are you in right now?
This is my second. I'm about to fill up to get to a third.
Man, I should have waited till... Dude, this show gets real good when you get to 3 or 4, man. Dude, I'm catching Callin really to pick up on guess your ethnicity and how that's going. Based on...
I was batting 1,000 guessing people's ethnicity based on their voice last stream. So, I'm good at it. I'm good at it. And if anybody says you can't, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. And it doesn't have to be a weird thing. You could guess gender by voice too.
Oh, dude, I've not seen the what was that guy's name that got catfish? Tua, not I don't say Tua,
Monte Teo.
Manti Teo. And also, I was wrong. Your audio's way worse now. My bad.
Oh, dude, this is an up-to-date iPhone, bro.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You know what? Your hand is covering the microphone. You're good.
You've got to be shitting me, man.
There it is. You're perfect. Leave your hands like this.
Wow, man, especially when you target audience
Chris,
like 17.
I was going to say, aren't you and I like the same age?
We are, and I work online, dude. I work at Monday Night Fight where I don't even meet my employees. All I do is talk to people on Slack, and, I haven't met any of my coworkers ever. I fucking work in this living room. So you think I should be able to use a cell phone for a podcast, but apparently not. Hey, but I've never used my phone before, so this is the first because I was tired of using my computer because my microphone never seems to work. I sound like shit, so I figured I'd just call my phone.
Well, our first few streams, there was that one stream we had 6 people in a row call in, and none of them got it working.
Yeah, well, I actually liked it. It was hard last time because I think I have my email signed up different for what I registered and what's on my Discord and all that shit, and it wasn't connecting, so adding that feature to call straight through your site is the way to go and pretty damn easy, too. That's what I did. Just kind of
we added that today, so anybody watching, to join the premium, all you need to do is log in and click on account. There's a button right there. And speaking of, you haven't met your coworkers in real life. We Want Picks isn't just me and Freckle over here. It's me, Freckle, and then I have 2 Joshes behind the scene, and we have an Andy. So there's 5 of us working here, and one of the Joshes, he runs the whole website, the whole thing. All your premium experience is him. I haven't met him in real life yet. We FaceTimed once. Other than that, it's a lot of voice. I could hear his voice. I hear his voice when I sleep, but and I could probably pick him out of a lineup at this point. And I definitely know his race based off of his voice alone. Very good at guessing that. Very good.
Sure, Angelo, that's great, man. So, okay, let's talk a little bit of fights this week. It was interesting. I was chatting with my brother, and I saw that you already had your safety parlay for next week, and I was just looking at that.
Don't say what it is. I'll kick you off.
I'm not saying what it is.
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
But for real, though, I think it's interesting. It's like a lot of people don't have patience, but man, it's like take a lock from this week. I was thinking add in Selecki. Shit.
No, you're good.
Picks from your premium or the parlay you got.
Everybody's on Selecki. That's not a surprise. You're good.
Okay, for sure. But I was just thinking, like, you know what? It's not a bad idea to just cross that over and then.
This week is. You're not wrong. So you're basically saying combine the 2 safety parts. You're not wrong because this is typically BetOnline locks the parlaying, but UFC 285 is not. You can parlay it. It's not locked. So you
not
can do
everyone
that
just
this week.
uses Bet Online, so
No, correct. But Bet Online, yeah, correct. But some people didn't have Selecki till like 2 days ago. So.
Oh, for sure. And then, then the other one I saw that was nuts that I was thinking about doing. But like you guys know, like I've explained what a parlay is, because if you don't want to wait, you can just do that and then just keep the money in there and throw it all on the next one.
Yeah.
I was looking at Usman at minus 250, and that is, are you shitting me? Where is that number coming from? That's like, it feels like Amanda Nunes when she fought Pena the second time, and we got like minus 300 or whatever.
Oh boy, listen, I agree with you. Jacob doesn't. Jacob, do you want to explain your position on the Usman rematch?
Usman and Leon?
Yeah. Basically what Chris is saying
will be
is...
my biggest bet I've ever made. Will be on Leon Edwards. There's no doubt about that. He's gonna smoke that old man. You kidding me? Holy shit.
Oh boy.
He's gonna smoke that old man.
Oh, I don't know what you're seeing, but all right. I mean...
He fucking smoked him in the first round. Altitude got to him. It is what it is. He still won the fight. Knocked the dude out cold. Usman's 37 years old. Probably the oldest 37-year-old in MMA as far as like fight time. That dude's been in absolute wars. He's been grinding to victory. He's got bad knees. He can't even run in training. He breaks his hand every fucking 6 months. I mean, he's just falling apart, and he just got knocked out absolutely cold. He's not going to be able to out-wrestle Leon like he did last fight because there's not going to be an altitude issue. Leon literally said after the first round he could barely fucking move his body and still found the KO. I said going into that fight that Usman, he stands zero chance on the feet, and you saw exactly why. I mean, Leon's going to absolutely fucking smoke him. It'll be my biggest bet ever.
All right, man. I guess I'll have to agree to disagree.
The way you were like, all right, man, like, Jesus.
You took that personally, Chris.
All right,
no,
man.
I'm just saying. It just, yeah. I mean, sometimes you speak very convincingly, Jacob. So sometimes I can't remember.
No, don't fall into that trap. That's how cult leaders
Chris
talk
was like,
too.
Yeah, Chris was about to be like, I agree. I actually agree. Yeah,
that's how cult leaders get you too. They just say it like it's a fact, and that's the end of it. That's why when Jacob tries to railroad me when I'm like, "This is a close fight," no, this is not a black and white sport. Don't fall into the black and white trap. Although if you were black or white, I will know your race based on your voice.
And we're on cup number 4. So
3. This is 3. I started 3.
Hey, that's the other thing too. I was going to tell you guys, more importantly, like I'm loving how the channel's like expanding, especially from those first couple episodes when it was the 4 of you. You know, you guys have come a long way, but as you get more in, this is my one advice to you, especially just like being in this industry and staring at numbers for 50 hours a week, is dude, do not change your process. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't get all caught up into like line movement, especially because like it will make capping fights so much harder for you. You just start getting in your heads, and keep it real with just sticking to the fights that you know and breaking it down. Don't let these numbers just mess with your head, because it does, man. And you see these opening numbers that you speak about all the time. And the reality is no one's getting those numbers. I mean, one book puts out plus 120, then it completely flip-flops, right? And now they're minus 130, and then whatever like that. There's 2, both the chick fights this weekend, I believe.
There's 4. There are 4 fights. So this week is unique. I agree with you most of the time. Like it takes off instantly. But this week is unique because there's 4 fights where they opened as an underdog will probably close as the favorite, but it was slow. It was not immediate. It wasn't the sharps that did it. It was like over the course of 3 or 4 days and not like in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's completely different. I'm talking about those minus
instant
120
movement. Yeah.
On February 16th, and then plus 120 3 hours later. That. First of all, the books only certain books open those. They open them with limits. So these sharps aren't pounding them for millions of dollars.
Sure.
And then, you know, a lot of the times they could fuck up and just put the wrong lines. It happens all the time. You guys forget that UFC and MMA is not that big in the sports book industry. You know, it's just kind of a side thing.
I wish, can you say that? Can you please say that louder for everyone? Because I'm so tired of all the controversy and this and that. Oh, there was this much money on this. That's why the fight went the other way. They were going to lose. Vegas doesn't give a fuck about the money they lose on the UFC.
Dude, 100%. And the other thing I'm going to tell you right now, this might be controversial. I call bullshit on so many of the big bets from DraftKings when you're watching a bet. Big bet alert, better like $150,000. $150,000. Caitlin Chikagian to win by finish, the girl who has no finishes. Someone put $100,000 on that. I call BS, but I also call BS on it because you don't even know how hard it is to get $100,000 down on a fight. It's not the movies like the Adam Sandler movie where you walk up with the duffel bag.
You just walk up to the MGM booth thing.
Even that maxes you out at 1,000, man.
Yeah.
The little things. But you can't drop it. I call BS on so many of those. And then other thing, too, that you don't realize is if someone's able to drop that much money on it, it's because they're a whale and they suck. And they probably made a lot of money at a casino. Like there was an instance that I worked for a company that got bought out by DraftKings that we let a guy drop like $50,000 on games. And it turned out he was up $300,000 on the roulette table or some shit like that, or craps. So they're like, yeah, let this guy keep betting. He's a whale. That's how these big numbers come in. Don't just instantly think big money equals start betting. Because if it is, dude, true story would be the worst bad beat I ever took, and you guys can relate to this, was Dan's all-time lock, and I think he quit the show afterwards, was that Hieron bet. And like me, I got all my friends on it. And for those who don't know the backstory, was Dan was on this show when it first started. He used to fight in the UFC. And he had this big tip because he knew someone that was going to drop $1 million on this bet. And he told me who it is. I'm not going to disclose it. Regardless, they flew a private jet down to the place. They wouldn't take his bet. He ends up getting $250,000 down at MGM. And me and the boys are just loading up on this motherfucking Hiraguchi dude who I know nothing about. It's a Bellator fight. Hiraguchi, and me and my friends were watching it. My God, it felt so fake. This dude was fucking up. Who was he fighting? Do you even remember? Gosh.
He was fighting Sergio Perez, I think.
It was Sergio Perez. And Hiraguchi was fucking Sergio Perez up the whole fight. Me and my boys are just like, yeah, I think he was minus 170. And we all dropped so much. And then the fucking back spinning. Look it up, dude. Just the heartbreak of heartbreaks. And what really sucked for me is my fight where I was watching it was on delay. So I was probably like 30 seconds behind all my friends. And my phone's blowing up. No, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, what are you guys talking about, dude? Hiraguchi cussing it, man. And that's probably not even how you say his name. And then the fucking backspin from hell just connects, takes him out. He was up 4 rounds, nothing. And Dan Kramer no longer to be found.
No, it's definitely a wild sport, and I don't think anybody should ever be max betting any fist fight. It's a fist fight. Anything can happen. I'm as confident as I possibly can be when I spend my money. I don't spend my money on maybes, right? Like, it's my money. I'm not trying to lose it. But, like, I would never bet a mortgage payment on a fist fight because it's like, shit, man. And it's a fist fight. A fist fight. Anything can happen. Anything.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Live and learn. But hey, sometimes the stories are better than the money. I would have forgot that couple mortgage payments by now. You know, we're still talking about it later, making podcast gold. So I guess it's
there.
You go.
There you go. No, it's wild. I do. So anybody watching who doesn't know Chris, we started this podcast a while ago. Chris reached out saying, hey, I set the lines for this daily fantasy provider. I love watching your shows. It gives me some insight. If you guys need any help in this space, let me know. So him and I had a conversation. We got he put me in touch with some people. We got some affiliate deals and things started to go from there. But Chris has spent his, your adult professional career in gambling and fantasy and like in this world.
Yeah, it's been about 11 years or so. I think I was writing books for the DFS Roto Grinder sites in 2013, so it's been a minute for sure. But that's the thing that was so fun is I just got burnt out, and I hate sports, man. I don't like. I handicap.
He hates sports.
I do. I don't watch it the same way, except for UFC. It's the one sport like that because I wasn't. I think I said that last.
COVID got you, right?
COVID got me. Yeah, I got rid of NASCAR because I didn't want to handicap NASCAR because it was so horrible. And they're like, we're going to launch UFC. And I jumped in it. And I went to the first UFC was in McNichols in Colorado. So I loved it when it started. And then I just stopped following it and jumped right back in. Have not missed a fight since COVID. And definitely you guys have been my go-to. And it's just been Dude, the first time you guys were on the show, I would love for you guys to just play a clip of the first couple shows, just to show people the dynamic of how different this show is, and to see little Jacob grow out of his shell. And
little baby Jacob.
No, there was no.
Yes,
no,
yes.
no.
You tried in the beginning. You tried to be smart.
No,
and then
there
you
was
said, "Fuck it, I'll be
there
an
was
idiot."
absolutely no growing out of my shell. I was told to keep myself in fucking line because Angela was all about we gotta be professionals. I was not allowed to say a fucking word. I had to be and I would try to throw this, and Angela was like, "We gotta be professional. We gotta." And I'm like, "Dude, you don't." I'm telling you, people love they come to be entertained, and if the knowledge is there, that's even better. So I was handcuffed the first year and a half until we realized what the fuck was going on.
You were handcuffed because of what you did near that church, not because of anything that I did to you. Real quick, we do have a super chat, $4.99 from Ailin. Ailin says, Angelo can guess race by voice. I'm undefeated. Maybe Jacob can guess race by our names. It could be a new game called Name That Race. Keep it up, Jacob. You're not guessing anything. Thank you very much for the super chat. Nothing of that sort will happen here. We're not trying to get canceled. But thank you very much. I genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah, I should have brought that up.
Chris, wait, hold on. White.
What?
What? You're white. You're white.
Me?
Yeah. Did I get it right?
I'm on video, right? What the hell's going on here?
I just did it off voice, though.
Oh, okay, for sure. Hey, listen, I told you got to advertise this. So those props that you can bet on Bet Online, and you can only get down $100 max. And I'm telling you guys, if Angelo posts a couple of them, unless it's AJ Fletcher, fuck him, dude. He's burned me twice now.
I didn't bet it. That was Prize Picks.
But I did.
I didn't bet it. That was Prize Picks.
I did. I laid 400 on it again, and dude, I've only lost the takedown.
Well, you laid, and I feel bad for you because you did get screwed there. You laid 400 on, because it was AJ Fletcher who gets more takedowns.
Yes.
AJ Fletcher minus 400, which seemed very safe. And then that dude was taken down almost immediately. It was like, holy shit.
Dude, he burned us last time. I've lost that prop twice, and it's been him both times.
Yeah.
I'm not joking you. And that's another reason why I bet it, is I felt kind of more confident in it, because I'm like, no way he does it again, and I don't get burned the second time. And sure enough, right? But what I was trying to say is that a lot of people don't know, because you don't advertise it a lot, is sportsbetn.au is Bet Online skin, and they have the same props with the same.
It's the exact same company. Yeah, it's the exact same company. They just have two different URLs, and they don't max bet you on those props. At least they don't keep you to $100.
I thought they did.
I thought you said they don't have a $100 limit on sportsbet.
No, they do have it, but I'm just saying you can do it on both accounts. You can do it on sportsbetting as well as Bet Online.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm just saying,
Angelo misinformed everyone because he doesn't understand things.
Yeah, I thought I was going to read your text back. Your text
literally, Angelo's
your
been telling
text
people,
was
you can sign up for this website, and there's
cap
no
you.
limits. There's no limits.
I'm going to read your text back. Your text is they don't max it. I see you in there, Tannis. I will get to you in 1 second.
Well,
Tannis has a great head of hair, by the way. Jesus.
What's that?
No, there's another. there's somebody in the queue waiting to hop on, and he has a phenomenal. You have a great head of hair too.
Hey,
especially for the. That. Yeah, no problem.
Well, for sure, man. If you want to take some other calls, that's cool. I can get off here.
Well, do you have any last? I'm not kicking you off. That sounded very. That was like a sad, like, oh.
Yeah, that was like, I guess if you want me to leave, I'll leave.
I can call my own Uber. If you have any last words for us, let me know. Otherwise, I'll scoop this dude up, and then we're gonna wrap this up. We've been here a little more than an hour.
No, just loving it, man, and loving the content all week. And you can see why I was an early adapter to the We Want Steak family, because, dude, the show's gold, man, and rooting you guys on, and hopefully the more stuff you do, dude, the bigger community.
Okay, Chris, if you had to pick for one of us to fucking die, who would you pick?
No. If one of us dies, who could die but the show could survive without them?
Dan Kramer.
Well, thanks.
Here we go.
Thanks for calling in. We appreciate you, Chris. Thanks, as always, for
sure, guys.
everything.
Hit you up some other time, man. Keep them up. Later.
All right. See ya. Appreciate you. Tanis, how are you in that head of hair? Oh, and a fucking mustache. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
White.
yeah, you
White.
like
I guessed it. White. How you doing?
What's up, brothers? I've fucking been watching you guys from the rip, man. I love this shit.
I appreciate you for sure.
Get in this.
Well, it wasn't hard. The link was out there for the world. How'd you join today? Where'd you get the link from?
I got it from the site. But listen to this. So I'm going to Vegas for John Jones.
No, so is Jacob. You guys should hook up. So is Hey, Jakey boy. We'll wait for his headphones to come back on. Hey, Jakey boy. Tanis with the mustache here is also going to be at UFC 285.
There you go.
You love meeting people in real life. Jacob is a social butterfly.
Unfortunately,
you guys should sync up.
I'll be in the front row somewhere.
I'd buy you fucking 6 shots.
6? Only 6.
I would fucking die, by the way. If I took 6 shots, I would be fucking dead. Holy shit.
Where do you live, Tanis, that you're going to the fights?
I live in New York, but I'm flying all the way to Vegas.
Hell yeah.
Where in New
Way to
York?
do it.
I'm in Rochester.
Rochester? That's not New York. That's Canada. You live in Canada.
No, I live in fucking Greece, New York.
They were making fun on Kill Tony this week. They were making fun of Upper New York, saying it's the absolute worst place in the United States.
Oh, it's so shitty over here, man. It's shitty.
Josh, our website guy, lives in Rome.
Tony Hinchcliffe was like,
Canada.
I refuse. There's one place in America I won't do shows, and it is in Upper New York, is what he said. I don't know why, but.
So what are we doing? Are we slamming John Jones, getting the free ticket?
I don't know, man. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. I was. If you would have asked me that question 6 weeks ago, I'd have been, oh yeah, fuck yeah, hell yeah, we're gonna fucking go all in on John Jones. And then he flipped to the favorite, and then I was like, okay. I mean, that makes sense. He is John Jones. He's the greatest of all time. But as the fight gets closer and stuff, I don't know what it. I really don't know what it is, because I can't put it. I can't be like, okay, I'm leaning towards Gon because of this. It's just something about the fight where it's just been like something feels weird. So I think
He's got some chicken legs, though, man. John Jones is fucking calf.
Yeah, but Cyril Gane's not some leg
anymore.
kick. He's not a big Jose Aldo.
It will be funny if John Jones comes in the octagon and he's put on all that weight, but it literally is just all like shoulder weight, and he still has the exact same legs. That would look pretty funny.
Is this your first UFC or no?
Yeah, it's my first one.
Wow, your
my
first
God, we're
one
losing our
is
virginity at the same place.
Yeah,
That's
good
nice.
for you.
There we go.
Where are you
flying
staying?
all the way to Vegas?
What?
Where are you staying? What hotel?
There's a Howard Johnson right off the Strip. Jacob got a great rate at a Howard Johnson right off the Strip.
Not a brothel, a hostel. There's a brothel. there is brothels as well, but there's a hostel down the road. No, I'll be at the Aria. So it's just right there.
I'm at Treasure Island.
Nice. I don't know where that's at in relation, but I know the Aria is like literally right now. I think it's like a 10-minute walk to T-Mobile.
What kind
or whatever,
of seats did you get?
I don't even know yet. So
what?
We'll
he
find
got
out.
him comped.
I'm getting him comped, and they're supposed to be pretty good. So we'll see.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
Queue for an hour and a half.
That's right.
You guys, Jacob, this might be your. If you saw Jacob in real life, how would this go? You see him walking. You're like, wait, who is that? Is that Alexander Volkanovski? Who is that small man?
And I'll be fucked up. So I'll be excited. I'll be like, oh my God, girls, he knows me. He knows me. I'm famous. I'm famous. He knows me. We'll take a picture and stuff. Make sure all the girls are looking. He's taking a picture with me.
Tanis, how tall are you, Tanis?
Oh, I'm short as shit. I'm 5'6".
Hell yeah, we're gonna meet.
Jacob can't wait to meet you. Yeah, Jacob cannot wait to meet you. Holy shit, Jacob is so excited to meet you. He's gonna take a picture with you, and I'll
have this shirt on. I'll have this shirt on.
Are you really gonna wear that shirt to UFC?
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna wear this goddamn shirt. Hell yeah, I'm gonna wear that fucking shirt.
Let's go.
So look for me.
But no, yeah, if I definitely catch you, I'm definitely buying you a drink, and we're gonna turn up and have a good time.
I'm down, man. I'm gonna be fucked up. So just so you know.
Oh yeah, but no, Jake, you are fucking hilarious as shit. You fucking kill me all the time on these streams.
I appreciate it.
Fucking hilarious. Angelo's the man too. All his hard work and dedication to the channel.
But is that
There
I wasn't here when you joined in. Is that really your name?
Yeah, Tannis.
What the fuck kind of, that's a wild name.
Yeah, for a wild dude.
Is there any? I've never heard of Tannis ever. Have you, Angelo?
That's not his first name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying.
How are you?
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
No, I haven't met a Tannis, and I'm the only Angelo that ever grew up in Newtown, Connecticut, and I have not.
Tannis
met a
is like what Tennessee people call tennis. You want to play some tennis? You want to play some tennis?
Holy shit! Well, boy, you guys are the fucking goats. I'm about to go eat my fucking Chipotle and go get high.
I love Chipotle.
Well, we appreciate you. Thanks for calling in.
Appreciate you. We'll see you next weekend.
I hope you find Jacob. If you DM me, I'll send you his phone number. You'll find Jacob.
All right, bet.
All right, see ya.
All right,
And if anybody wants to DM me, I will also send you Angelo's number.
I'll get both your numbers and we'll all get a drink.
All right, appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling in.
Have a good one,
see you,
man.
dude. It's funny, and we're gonna wrap this up. If we're gonna end it on that call, this was a great call-in show. Can you admit that?
I would say if I'm here, it's gonna be good. So
you typically hate the call-in shows, but I appreciate that.
I almost didn't do it tonight. Then it would have been interesting.
I know you texted me.
I was at the gym with like a split. Like I was felt like I was gonna throw up. My head hurt so bad.
That does suck.
Work that hard. I just worked that hard.
I don't even have any sarcastic comments.
No, I get it. It's hard to think through that alcohol.
Couple of things. One, thanks for just gritting through it, making it on the show.
As I did with my cancer as well.
No, listen, you and Tatiana Suarez are different people. She didn't fight for a few years. You came to work a couple days later. Appreciate it.
Stitches in.
You did have your stitches in when you showed up. I genuinely appreciate it. That is funny because if I'm you and they're like, oh, it's, you know what? It's cancerous. We'll come in, we'll scoop it out. And then it's like, and it's like all the way fucking down.
I'm losing the scar though. I really have been enjoying the scar, but it's really starting to fade now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, I can barely see it. Well, what scar? That's going, yeah, good job.
And once that goes, I've got nothing left.
Well, you're taller than Tannis.
And this big cock.
Prove it.
Well,
prove it.
I could, but that'll.
No. I'll take the hit.
What little confidence you have left, Angelo? What little confidence you have left? That little bit of self-esteem you have, that thing is fucking gone once this thing hits the table. I'll tell you that.
Prove it.
Holy shit! Once this thing just. You're gonna shut this stream down. You're never gonna shut.
Honestly,
you're never gonna leave the house again.
It's a little worrisome because God giveth and God taketh. If he's gonna make you 5'6", you might be walking around with a hammer. You might be walking around with a hammer. I mean, it's very possible. But you should be taller than Tanith. That is excellent. You should meet up. You should take a picture. You put it in the Discord, and then it'll shut everybody up.
I'm literally gonna walk around. I might do this. I literally might be fucked up enough to do this. And just every person I see that is shorter than me, be like, hey, you mind if I take a picture? And just have a stack of like 100 pictures of me, just like all these people, just like, hey.
This is because people were convinced. First of all, Jacob's not actually like short. Compared to me, he's short, but he's not like
taller than the average person, and that's a fact.
Taller than the average person, shorter than Angelo. That's where Jacob falls on the spectrum.
6'1".
But I like to make him out to be like fucking my daughter's height. Like stand next to Avery.
Right.
It's my self-esteem for sure. And then all over the place. It's the only reason I do this. I'm desperate to be internet famous. Like anyway. That's why I literally made all my accounts private, like my personal ones, because people are like, "Oh, you have kids? How old are they?"
You know, it's funny.
Friend request. It's like, nope.
I posted a picture on Instagram today for the first time in a while because I don't really post on Instagram. I'll post my story and stuff just for random shit and stuff. But I don't really post like post. And it was a picture of me. And because of the podcast, there's more people that follow me. Not like a ton of people, but it was like all of a sudden I started getting lights. I'm like, Oh, I get it now. I get it now. All these girls chasing the fame and stuff. You get 10 likes. Like, oh, imagine if I got what if I got 15 likes? It's like I was like, oh, this is instant gratification. This is what it's all about. Yeah. This is why we do this.
I want those nothing likes, to do with that. I literally
Twitter
want
now
nothing.
Too. I post something on Twitter. I mean, that's 10, 15 likes right there. It feels incredible.
Dude, I want. Me. It's so funny because I'm
Dad? People love me, Dad.
I told you. What the fuck? I want literally nothing to do with that. Like, absolutely nothing to do with that. Like, even when I still lived in Connecticut and I was coaching, and I coached like 2 generations of kids, and like people would be like, come up to the grocery store, like, oh, hey, I don't want to talk to people. I want nothing to do with anybody or anything. Like, I'm here doing my thing. I'm not. That's not my deal. So it is funny. I made everything private. You made it as public as possible. We're very opposite approaches. There you go. Did you actually get your name back? Did they unlock your OnlyFans for real?
It wasn't locked. It was just not. I couldn't verify.
Oh.
So Jacob does have to be able to monetize and stuff. I try to do that, but because my picture was of a literal fucking salamander instead of myself, when they did the verification, they were like, "Yeah, this doesn't match." So
yeah, that's funny. Well, anyway, I do bust your balls about being short. He's not as short as you think he is, even though everybody watched. What's funny to me is...
No, the best part is that you set me up for success because everyone thinks I'm like 5'5", so if they see me, everyone's going to come up to me and be like, wow, you're so much taller. And that's my ego really is going to be like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, the best part about it is people are convinced that I'm short as fuck.
Well.
And it's like, it's got to be the camera angle because, like, you're fat as fuck. Okay, fine. Short, I don't get where that's coming from. And that's what's so funny is when we posted that very first Fight Foods blog.
It might be. You know what it might be? It's because you got one of those tall chairs. Like, I just noticed that. Because
it's because I'm wearing... Like, yeah. It's a Secret Labs chair.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's like I'm in my daddy's office.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. I just noticed that.
That probably is what it is. It's like I'm in my daddy's office. That's the only thing
they can reference.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, the arcade. This is like a 3/4. This is a 3/4 size arcade, so that should make you look like a giant. Yeah, so that's not it. It probably is a chair. First of all, I really could give a half a shit, but it's funny because the Fight Foods,
kicking your legs like just back and forth, just like this,
dangling. It's funny because it was the vlog where people were like, "Oh shit, Jacob is short." And I was like, we were never standing next to each other. My buddy Bo is in that vlog as well. That dude is fucking 6'8". No exaggeration. He is 6 feet, 8 feet tall. That is not an exaggeration. If you watch Fight Food vlogs, he walks in. When he stands
up straight next to me, he's 7'3". Keep that in
mind. He is tall. He's big. He's tall. He's got a southern accent. He's a football coach. He's all the things that you imagine.
That I'm going to Vegas with, by the way, is 6'3".
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. I stood next to him. I'm taller than him. I'm 6'3", and I was taller than him.
He's just as tall as you.
No, not just as tall. He is just a little shorter.
As you.
Okay, congratulations on that. But anyway, people decided from the only thing I can figure is it's the reference point of you to the door. Because otherwise, I'm like, well, how did people figure Jacob short from this? Because I watched it. He's never next to another person. Like, you were next to Casey, but you and Casey are the same height.
Thank you.
You were not next to me because I'm holding the camera. You weren't next to Bo because you avoided that like the plague. So I don't know when you were next to somebody for people to reference. Either way, guys, thank you so much for hopping on, joining in. This was a very successful call-in show. I can't wait to watch all of these other fake MMA tout, whatever, blah, 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 start their own call-in shows. Just remember who invented this concept. It's Big Papa Bo, and before that, radio. Thank you so much for everything. Real quick, I did have slides. We didn't need them because we had so many callers. We are adding partners and affiliates. This is rolling out now. Josh, one of 2 Joshes that contribute to We Want Picks, Josh is adding an affiliate program now. So I'm not trying to give him timelines because I'm going to get an angry text message. Why'd you say that? But I think in the next week or 2, we will be able to roll on affiliates, and we're going to have 2 sort of tiers. If you have a following and you think you can sell We Want Picks Premium, you can apply to become an affiliate, and you will get commission in perpetuity. And because I'm almost positive most of you people don't know what perpetuity means, that means forever.
Forever.
That means forever. So if you sell
forever.
Let's say you are able to...
movie?
I don't know. What movie?
The Sandlot.
Okay. Let's say you're able to... You have yourself an audience or you have your own show. You don't do picks. You don't do any of that. But hey, guys, if you sign up for We Want Picks Premium and you use promo code whatever the hell, you'll get whatever the hell.
That's too long to be a promo code.
Whatever the hell. They'll never forget it.
I think it's too long.
Maybe. Anyway, we'll pay you commission on every single person you bring in forever. You bring somebody in, let's say it's $2, you get $2 per person forever. That sounds like nothing. You bring in 100 people, that's $200 a month forever. That's a big deal. We also have a second tier, which is contributors, partners. These are people that have their own content at WeWantPicks.com. My bets, Jacob's bets, and this other person, and that other person after that. You can sell premium, and premium will unlock mine, Jacob's, theirs, the optimizer, and so much more. Guys, I am telling you right now, the $10 for WeWantPicks.com will be the easiest $10 that anybody has ever spent in the history of time, and we fully recognize that there are hot hands in this game. We fully recognize that. And we're going to put that on the site as well to highlight who is the hot hand. Once we have multiple, me, Jacob, and many others, this is the hot hand. Follow this person. So anyway, WeWantPicks.com is about to be the greatest thing that has ever happened to MMA, sports betting, and fantasy picks, and everything else. Jacob, you have any last words before I shut this down and watch some TV before bed?
Right. I don't know if they saw my new apparel line. I've got my custom name on my hoodie right now. If you guys want to order it.
Just Google champion and Jacob will show up. Congratulations.
Get it.
All right. Well, Jake, thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. I know you you had a migraine, a little Milo.
I think everyone we asked who's their favorite, they said me by my count. So.
You know what's funny? First of all, you should be everybody's favorite. If you're not people's favorites, I mean, how could you not be? You're the funnier one. I'm the funnier one.
Oh, clip it. Clip it.
I'm the funnier
Show me
one.
them titties.
If you're I'm the funnier one if you're like smart and clever. Jacob's the funnier one if you live in your mother's basement.
Well, you know my, and that was a shot at every single one of you guys, by the way.
It was.
You know, my favorite saying is that I came up with myself, and it came to when I was getting frustrated with online dating. Right, I was getting frustrated with online dating because my sarcasm, and I'm very, very sarcastic, doesn't really transfer over in text. So girls are like, they just think I'm like a weird asshole when I'm being sarcastic.
I get it, but it definitely wouldn't translate to women.
But my favorite thing is because I'm also like, I'm a pretty quick guy, I'm a pretty witty guy, and I can make jokes that, are a little bit higher than whatever. So my favorite thing to say is when girls are, because every girl's like, I want a funny guy. I want a guy that can make me laugh. I want a guy that can make me laugh. So my thing is,
they want like,
listen, stop. No, and this is the line. This line, you're about to step on my line. You don't do that. Girls say they want funny guys. Girls want clowns, not comedians. They want somebody that can be like, ooh. But if you're a comedian, you're smart with their stuff. They're like, what? They want clowns, not comedians.
Listen,
and I'm the best of both.
100% sincerity, and this might be the fourth glass of heavy wine here, but
here we go.
No, listen.
I'm gonna get my my pants on this one. Go
ahead. I'll wait. No, I'm here for it.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Jacob jerks off to his own asshole in the mirror. That's his kink. So anyway, definitely...
The fact that you would know that would make it even more weird than me actually doing that, I think.
It was just that's something my friend group and I have been making fun of people for years.
I know. Well, I know, but... Like you were trying to make it seem like I did that, but the fact that you would know that I did that would make it even more weird about you.
He's like, I get it's a joke, but like, how did you know that? How is the question. No, in all sincerity, I feel like you and I are smarter than most people that do this. And not even smarter like, oh, we got the best picks. Smarter like, like we're not, it's not fart jokes. Like some of these are, only one person got my Corky from Life Goes On joke. Or at least one that commented.
Well, we were talking about, I just said that you I stepped all over that. I mean, I was talking over you on that, so I don't think a lot of people.
I know, but then you texted me after and you're like, great joke. I don't think people got it.
Right.
Because I don't think people got it. No. But it was a great joke. It was a great joke. So anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out. We are rolling out affiliates. If you have the desire to make residual income in perpetuity, I'll give you guys a minute to look up those words. We'll let you know when it's live. And if you have an audience base and you don't have your own premium yet, but you want one, greatest sales pitch of all time. I'll give it to you after it's live so that nobody rips us off, because they're about to rip us off. They've been trying to play the catch-up game. They're not going to catch up. It's too late. But I'm still going to protect some things.
Now they're all jerking off to my asshole. I was doing it first. Now they're all doing it.